You're listening to another Geek Pride podcast. Welcome to Gentlemanly Chats. Hello and welcome to Gentlemanly Chats. I am the resident beard, Mike Orvis, and we've got a bit of a full house today. I have got two very special guests, and Dave's here as well. He's not here though, actually, so it's a bit of a. I'm telling you lies. We're 30 seconds into it, and I'm telling you lies. I apologise. Dave is here, but he's not here. He'll be coming down in a second. But as is the tradition with Gentlemanly Chats, I'd just like to start the podcast before everyone's here so that they're confused and disorientated. Okay, so I have two guests with me here, and this has been a long time fucking coming. I have tried to get these guys down and have a chat with them for about a year now, and every time we've got together we've gone, we're gonna fucking podcast, and then we don't. Normally because we get drunk, or I fucking have to leave.
What kind of precedent does that set?
Well, you're fucking degenerates, the pair of you. They are my good friends and occasional listeners to the show. I wouldn't say they're fans. They're occasional listeners to the show, as and when they fucking feel like it. Unlike you, Farley. Hi, Farley. How's it going? You're looking great today. It is Jim and Smoo.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
All right.
Indeed.
Yeah?
Not too bad.
Indeed. I am amiable.
We've had pancakes. It's all good.
Yeah. If we seem lethargic, it's because we've had a massive breakfast, pancakes, and a nap. And then I sort of decided, we should podcast.
We haven't napped.
All right, that's not my fucking problem. I've had a nap. I feel fucking... I'm all right. I had a store. Dave has magic fingers. Let's just talk about this for a second.
You can just leave it there. Leave it there. Read into it what you will.
Listeners, think what you will.
I have, like, basically a mutant power. It's a shit one, but I know when a storm's coming because I get a big old headache. It's not particularly impressive. I'd be like in that part of the X-Men that Grant Morrison wrote. Where you've got and the guy who can turn invisible, but it's only his skin. So he's just a bag of meat running around. You know, those kind of guys. Or like,
I think there might be a Dave.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave.
This is exciting.
Yeah, he
jolly good.
He appears to
Well, good. He can vouch for this.
Dave,
so I was having a hello, Dave.
Oh, hello.
All right.
I was having a massive poo.
Oh, thanks for that.
So I had a bit of a panic.
A panic poo.
No, I had a bit of a panic because I'd finished my lovely poo.
Is it a lovely poo?
It was lovely.
All right.
And I went to take the toilet paper.
Yeah.
And only like one bit went up. And I immediately had flashbacks to when I was at uni. I had to use my sock at a pub.
Oh.
That's a true story. He did.
And
Yeah.
I was like,
Not again.
and I looked down.
Really?
Like, okay, never mind.
there's more toilet roll.
That's all good. That's all good.
Did you ever wear the sock again?
No, I left it in the pub. I think I might have. No.
Classy.
I just left it on top of the system and went,
Enjoy this.
I'm not going to stuff it in my pocket,
That's
am I?
fucking grim. You could have lobbed it out the window.
It wasn't a window.
Pub without a window. That doesn't sound like it's going to smell good.
That's just a shoebox with alcohol, surely.
I'm not going to walk into the actual bar area.
Lay it across the bar.
Like my sock.
Excuse me, I'm just going to lob this into the beer garden.
Excuse me, I think you're out of toilet paper.
Oh man, that's the worst.
Anyway,
Whose fault is it, right, when you go to have to relieve yourself, and then you find out, you know, you've been, and then you find out there's no toilet roll? Is that your fault, or is it the venue's fault for not for?
It's the venue's fault for not keeping up on
I would say
replenishing
like
stocks.
If there's a percentage of blame,
80-20.
Yeah.
on the venue,
Yeah, because
Right.
when you sit down, you do a bit of a.
yeah.
But I did go, meh, and I was like, I can see paper.
Well, no, well, if you're a girl, you check before you even walk into the actual stall. It's like, fuck it, there's none, go to the next one.
But is that because girls need an oven glove?
It's because we're better than you and we know it.
Just need an oven glove.
Do you know what? Before I live with a woman, I have absolutely no fucking idea the amount of toilet roll they go through. Yeah. Unfucking believable.
Yep.
There needs to be a more efficient system,
Totally.
like a mitt, some sort of piss
You do
mitt.
get those people that use rags and then they disinfect them and stuff and then they reuse the same.
All right,
rag.
never mind.
Yeah,
Toilet paper's fine.
it's pleasant.
Yeah.
Solve that problem. Brilliant.
We'll just buy.
Speaking of solving problems, just give a shout out. We will talk about Dave's magic fingers in a minute, and then I'm just going to sort of ask the group what they want to talk about, because there's no real fucking structure, as long as it's mildly interesting and I can pretend that I know what I'm talking about. While we're talking about solving problems, I highly recommend for you all to go to whatever devices you use for listening to podcasts that aren't this one, because this one's on YouTube, but proper podcasts, real ones, and listen to... No, this is
We don't
horseshit.
qualify for a
This
proper
is-
podcast
no.
after all this time.
Yeah, I'm not paying for a fucking server to fucking upload all the podcasts to, and a certain, leader of Geek Pride, not going to mention any names, rhymes with Gat Miri, and he hasn't decided to upload them onto a dedicated server so that they can't go on iTunes.
Can I use like SoundCloud or something? Does that not work?
The original episodes are on SoundCloud. I'm not sure they're even uploaded anymore. I think up to issue 9, episode 19, is when we made the switch. And I keep endeavouring to upload the sort of the legacy ones, but it's just effort. It takes fucking forever to upload onto YouTube, and I'd have to spend a day. The way that I make these podcasts is that they're recorded in this audio. Then I have to put a picture file over the audio on Windows Movie Maker. That takes an hour to make the sound file and turn that whole thing into a movie, and then I have to upload it onto YouTube, and then I have to remember to fucking make it live on the right day. Which is why sometimes a week, 2 weeks will go past, because I'll be like, oh shit, podcast. Then I've made the damn thing. I'm like, I'll upload that in a minute. A week goes by, I go, fuck, upload the podcast. Then I go, cool, that's uploaded, sweet, job done. Then I get on to doing the 7 million and one other things that I'm doing, and then I'm like, shit, make it live, tell people about it, yeah, cool. Then I make it live, then I share it to Nick's wall, and then Nick doesn't comment about it, or share it, or get involved in any way. Then I die a little inside. And then I decide to give up. It's been about since the last podcast was recorded at I think it was at FCC, and it was just unusable. It's just it's I'm sober. Then you've got Geary and his then cosplay girlfriend, the organisers from Brighton and Blackpool Comic Con, and Callum Tyndall, star of Dark Knights of the Round Table and One Podcast Please, and of possibly an upcoming video series that hasn't really gone off the ground because I need more actors and the ability to do. What are you doing, Dave?
I'm checking something.
He's checking something. Yeah. And it was just it was clusterfuck. And then and Nick's been away. This episode was supposed to be me grilling Nick about his fucking journey to the Magic Kingdom. But he's been busy doing stuff, so it's totally fine. What was I on about?
I don't know.
Brilliant. It's literally the job of all the guests to understand what the fuck I'm on about. Right, Magic Fingers. Before, yes, if you like podcasts and you like people solving your problems and you like people that vaguely sound like Gavin from Rooster Teeth, vaguely, yeah. And they're funny and they're interesting and they mentioned me, which was nice. Go and listen to See If It Sticks. They are great. They're really funny. 3 guys, Dom, Dan and Ross, and they solve your problems. If you go to @SeeIfItSticks or stickitpod.com, I think it is, you can submit your first world problems and they solve. The 3 of them get together, put their collective minds in twain and fix your first world problems, normally with lasers and or dystopian policing of daily tasks or nans. There's a lot of nans.
The civil system.
When you say
It's
nan,
all the civil system.
Little old ladies knitting needles.
Yeah, nans.
so you're not meaning, like the bread.
No, that's
That's
nans.
non, dickhead.
I'm northern, it's nan bread. Fuck it.
Nan bread?
Down the road.
My nan made some nan bread.
Aye.
Fucking bullshit. This podcast is sponsored by Tesco Sparkling Lemon and Lime. It's not. It's actually sponsored by Loot Monster. You should all check it out. You know the fucking site by now. If you don't know the site by now, sort your life out. Why are you listening to episode 47, I think, of the podcast when you don't know who Loot Monster is? But if you don't, go to www.lootmonster.co.uk and you get awesome stuff monthly for a very, very low cost. And they're very friendly.
It is pretty
They're
fucking
lovely.
awesome.
It is very
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. The last one was a Breaking Bad one. And I got a really cool t-shirt. It was good times. Hannah, right? I've established that I don't like Funko Pops quite regularly, quite vehemently.
I can see some from here, Mike.
I can see a Dragonborn.
I know that's not a Funko. That's like a sphere thing.
But if you look
Okay. It looks
over my
enough.
shoulder,
I am going to explain.
2, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's about 3. There's 3 of them. Well, I had 2. This is my point. I understand their collective value and their rarity. In Loot Monster boxes, that I get one because they're a sponsor of the podcast, they do have Funko Pops, and normally I look at it and go, ugh, right, and it just comes down here into the man cave, and it sits in a box, on a box, in some boxes. Because I know that they are collector's items, and the ones that are in Loot Monster are normally quite rare. So I know that one day they're going to be worth something. It's some of the reasons I've got a fucking Marvel Jesus comic that happened. The story of Easter in Marvel comic form. I shit you not. I'll fucking show it to you later. It's incredible. It's fucking brilliant. Yeah.
Is this Jesus' mutant?
No. It's just the story of Jesus.
The Easter story.
The Easter
Right.
story, as released officially by Marvel Comics.
Right.
Round about the same time they released the Kiss comics with their blood in it. I guess to balance it out. I don't know. Anyway, so I keep these things because I think, one day I'll fucking sell them off. If times are bad, then I've got a little nest egg of a stack of graphic novels on one side, and then I've also got loads of board games I could sell off, and I've got these Funko Pop figures.
And you've also got friends that like Funko Pops that you can
sell to.
use them as
And when I was at War and Peace, which is like a military show where they do reenactments and stuff, but also they sell a bugger load of airsoft gear. For those of you who don't know, I do airsoft. But on the way out, I found a crossbow for 20 quid. I was like, this is going to be terrible. But I bought the crossbow. And it's in. You're looking around, Dave. It's in my washing basket. Don't know why. We got really drunk.
Okay.
And then I woke up with a massive hangover, moved the washing basket out of the way and went, why is there a crossbow? I don't want to remember why. So it's there, just to think about what it's done.
Is the shotgun in your washing basket as well?
No, the shotgun's in my bedroom.
All right.
In case of attackers. I think just the clack of being us, I'm going to go, all right, fair enough.
And you've got the handgun in the front room.
Yeah.
Grenades in the basement.
Yeah. There's a claymore. There is a claymore.
And there's some psyops there.
And most of my airsoft stuff down here, there's a pistol, an MP5, an M4, and there's a claymore in there. Which I'll set up while one of you's telling a story or diving into what you want to talk about, because it's quite amusing. Anyway, so I had the crossbow and I was like messing about with it, shooting some of the boxes down here because I know some of them are just full of crap. And I was like, can I have a go? I'm like, yeah, absolutely, of course you can. And long story short, Edward Kenway has a hole in his face because my girlfriend can't look down some fucking sides. So I had to chuck that one. And that was my story. You'd think I'd be happy about it, but like I said, I'm trying to farm it for money. There are 3. You can only see 2 there, but there's a beast one lying around somewhere because he was super rare. The one with the bobblehead, yeah,
we got one.
They're really rare and quite expensive. And the Super Saiyan Goku one is there as well. Speaking of Super Saiyan, I got a really cool birthday present from Mr. Dean Brignall of Noob Grind fame / occasionally being on this podcast. He got me this, which is great for radio, but he got me this.
Ooh.
That's better.
It's
That's good.
amazing. Ooh.
It's like a steel book cover of Vegeta, from Dragon Ball Z. Now, we all know that Dragon Ball Z is a bit shit, but also I kind of grew up on it.
It's kind of awesome.
Bloody loved it.
Yeah.
Good old fridge eater.
But it isn't great. Like as an anime, it's not great.
Well, they're all named
It's all the same story of blah 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 and Goku dies. Blah 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 and Goku gets a power up. Blah 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 and Goku dies. Blah 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 blah. Goku gets a power up. But I always liked Vegeta because
I always thought it went, okay, ready? Episode 1, we're gonna fight. Episode 2, episode 3, episode 4, episode 5, episode 6, we win.
yeah. The Cell Saga,
Yeah.
when you had Gohan versus Cell, it was literally that
It
for
was.
like 3 episodes and flashbacks.
When we first had the Spirit Bomb,
Yeah.
good Lord,
Oh.
that took like 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Come on.
Madness. But I've always liked Vegeta because Goku's too fucking happy-go-lucky and just like, everything's cool. I just want to have a fight with strong people. The fuck off.
He's just a moody
Too
twat,
fucking...
isn't he?
No, he's not a moody twat. He's fucking awesome. He's angry because he's a fucking exiled prince from a planet that blew up, and he's like, I'm the last of my kind. And then this Kakarot wanker pops up and is like, hey, woohoo! Like, fuck off, dickhead. You have no idea about the struggles I've dealt with. And then Kakarot's like, I might be the legendary Super Saiyan, and then he goes Super Saiyan, and Vegeta's so angry about it that makes him go Super Saiyan. That's brilliant. I like gaining power because you're angry about it. Rage incarnate. I love it. Good times.
I like the little dude.
The little dude.
The little
Trunks?
little dude with the little hat from the early ones. The ones that hung
Dragon
about
Ball or Dragon Ball Z?
I think he was in early Z,
With the little hat.
Oh, 1010.
possibly. Because it was like
The one that
the guy
hugged
had
onto a
3
guy and he
eyes.
blew up.
Yeah, he was.
That hugged onto Frieza to try and kill Frieza.
No, it was earlier than that. It was Vegeta's big bald mate.
Nappa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Iron Nappa.
It's over 9,000.
Yeah.
Crush. Scream.
9,000. Piccolo's
What?
cool too.
Yes. Piccolo's awesome. Do you know he's apparently like he's 7 feet 2? I only found that out the other day.
Apparently, he's also an instrument.
Ah, very good.
But he's named
Name?
after Pickle. They're all named after Vegeta.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's like Frieza had a brother called Cooler.
Shaker.
No, not Cooler Shaker. Oh dear, you've been doing it all weekend. Yeah, we've had a pretty good weekend.
Yeah.
I think. Didn't get up to much because it's been rainy and horrible. Also, fuck you, Blue Water dude who runs the fucking
Oh, you
fucking
crazy
twat.
golf.
7 fucking minutes.
7
really?
minutes.
We turned up 7 minutes late
7 minutes.
for and it was closing in an hour, but they let people in the last time they let them in is at an hour before,
7 o'clock.
and we were there 7 minutes late,
7
and you
minutes.
fucking ladged us out. You motherfucker. Right, anyway, we're now nearly a third of the way into the podcast, and we've not really spoken about a lot.
We've been talking about
So, what do you want to talk about? Bring shit to the table while I assemble a claymore.
a Claymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you want to talk about? You got any burning questions that you think the group can answer?
Where do babies come from?
Storks, next question.
I'm not quite sure.
Do you know what's really good for podcasts? Dead air.
Indeed.
Good work, everyone. You not got any...
Did you hear about?
The children sing.
Yeah. Did you hear? I don't want to hear children sing.
All right, here's something. Yeah, let's talk about our kryptonite. Because this is quite interesting. Everyone, like, I was talking ages ago with Smoo because she was drunk and saying like, "You're gonna fight Jim. You're gonna fight him, and you're gonna win, but you're all gonna be topless." I'm like,
And in custard.
and I was particularly busy, because I was in the middle of writing something, so I just said, like, I'd go for the knees, that's his weak point, and probably his ankles, I'd shut him down. And she's like, whoa, and she went, you're a bit like Batman. And I was like, I'm seriously prepared to beat all of you if the time came that you went rogue. She was like, no, you don't. And then I proceeded to list everyone else's shutdown codes.
True, we're all fucked.
Yeah, if I go rogue, you'll never see it coming. I've got a claymore. Yeah. So what would you say your kryptonite is? You don't necessarily have to go, I've got a weak point here to broadcast it to the internet and they'll come over and beat you up. But what's your kryptonite where you see you have to just be like, no, fucking no, can't do it, and you have to, like, would make you like leave a room or make you like shake and go to fuck this noise. Messes with you, fucks with your daily routines.
Peppa fucking Pig.
Peppa Pig?
Peppa fucking Pig.
Why?
Because I don't know what it was. Your
she's
daughter.
mine when there's an issue.
Oh no!
When there's an issue, your daughter. We were. She was off school. She was ill.
She was sick.
And
she liked
I
Peppa
think
Pig.
you were somewhere else, and it was just me and her, and all she wanted to do was watch Peppa Pig.
6 hours back to back Peppa Pig.
She had one Peppa Pig DVD that she wanted to watch, so she put that on and left it on repeat for literally 6 fucking hours.
Right.
And there's only so much I can fucking take.
It's going to make a noise now, I apologise.
Boom!
Boom. Yes. So yeah, I was basically subjected to this fucking Peppa Pig DVD for 6 hours. And then, it must have been about, 6 months after that, we took the kids to Poulton's Park. And of course, there's Peppa fucking Pig World at Poulton's Park. And the music never fucking stops. Seriously. It's just, it never fucking ends. I just wanted to get
Kill yourself and kill your friends and family.
Peppa Pig. Yes.
Do you know Big Balloon?
No.
Big balloon,
fuck you with the big fucking balloon.
The sun and moon.
No.
He loves
That's
it.
a fucking big balloon.
Yeah.
The almighty balloon. It blows
There
all.
was an eclipse today.
So yeah, if there's anything that's just going to make me go nope, and it's this fucking Peppa cunting pig.
Whoa,
Wow.
Sorry. Sorry,
Cowboy.
Peppa Pig.
That
gets
fucking
me-
escalated.
Peppa Pig gets me really fucked off. Like really fucked off.
Something you'll find out about Jim is he's got the secret Yorkshire range. He's all like, yes, all right, everything's cool. I'll fucking kill you all! You're right, Jim. Yeah, it's
Fucking make me listen to Peppa Pig and I fucking will.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You're going to hate your birthday present.
That playlist for the way home, mate.
Just that.
On loop.
On repeat, yeah.
Yeah, you'll hate your birthday present as well. Just be a box of fucking Funkos.
Oh, like Minion Funkos. Oh,
Yeah,
I make myself angry with that.
Minion.
Oh! It's not on! Fuck. Dave, what's your shutdown?
I've got a couple.
Alright.
Children's choirs.
Yeah.
Children's choirs.
Children's
Is there a
choirs.
story behind the children's choirs?
It's
He was-
just... God.
Were you in a choir when you were a child?
I was.
Did they
Were you
touch you?
touched
Yeah.
in your special places?
It's,
In your no square?
well, it's got nothing to do with it, but I was in the choir at primary school. But I was also captain of my little group.
Okay, so
You know, you get little like colours or
Yeah.
names or something. I was
He was in the
You're a house
X-Men.
captain.
I was co-captain of the Hawks.
Woo! Check you out.
And
The Hawk Choir.
no, it wasn't the
are
Hawk
we going to
choir.
need to take cover at some point? I realise you're setting up a small explosive with fucking
It's
BB
not, it's
pellets.
not really an explosive.
Well, very powerful
it's
spring-loaded
the idea is to emulate an explosive. though,
Yeah,
am I
it's
correct?
fine. I'm only putting a handful in.
Yeah, but a handful in. And where are you going to be directing these?
I don't know yet. I haven't decided yet.
I don't really think there's any specific
Look,
direction.
it just makes the podcast a bit more interesting. What's your kryptonite? Just push a fucking.
What's your
You've got 30 seconds.
It's a fucking Claymore, that's all my fucking Claymore to the face.
Okay.
I essentially joined this choir because there was a girl that I liked in the choir.
There's a girl.
And I was
Acceptable
like-
reason.
And I was like,
Did you talk to her
sweet.
at all? Was it like 6 years?
I
Did you
sang
speak
with
to
her.
Oh.
That's how we do. That's how we do. Anyway, and
Bit like Glee.
then she ended up leaving, and I was like, well, fuck this noise. I'm gonna leave too. But then the guy didn't let me leave. because
You will stay
because I was co-captain of the Hawks, I'd be a bad influence.
Yeah.
And they were like, "You have to stay," so I had to stay.
This is making me very
Can I have
nervous.
safety goggles?
The fucking explosive
Pop
thing.
it here.
Yeah, just
by my foot.
and there's fucking. It's not going to wreck the light or anything above us.
Oh, wait, what you can't see is
Right,
James is
we'll put
actually
it-
cowering
we'll put it
in the
under
corner
the-
now.
we'll-
like,
yeah,
what's
we'll
this?
put it
under the table. Don't put it on my end of the fucking table, you douche canoe.
So,
Yeah.
children's choirs,
Yeah.
Coron Glaze.
What else you can't see is the mic is trying to set off the fucking explosive.
I hate Coron Glaze.
He does hate Coron glaze.
Corn glaze.
Coron glaze.
Oh, right, okay.
I don't like instruments you need to shove your hand in.
Accordion.
No, I'm like literally in the hole.
So, puppets.
That's not an instrument.
Make it an instrument if you need to. Yeah.
That's just you singing very badly like a muppet.
Yeah.
I tell you what I don't like, which is odd. I don't like.
No, he asked for a singular kryptonite, right?
I know, I'm just saying. Like these are.
These are all things that piss me off.
You know when you get that weird like ring from wearing tight socks.
Yes,
yeah.
fucking.
Like I can't put socks on without folding the tops down.
I have to fold them
Yeah.
over my fucking
Yeah,
boots.
I literally go no.
Yeah, unfucking
Because
same.
I'll look at it and I'll try and I'll slap in it and try and rub it. I was like, it doesn't.
Fucking it stings, doesn't it?
Pisses
It's
me
like
off.
stings and itches. Fucking hell.
Pisses me off.
It's not going to work.
Thank fuck for that.
Hooray!
I might have to detonate.
Oh dear.
That's my phone.
That's that's your alarm to pick up the kids from school.
It's a Monday.
Shit!
It's a Monday and it's bank holiday.
Sorry.
So yes, no school. School tomorrow though. Sorry, love.
So yeah, those are my several. There are more, but I'll just leave them for later.
So, if I wrote you a song called the Dave Song, and it's got Coron glaze and a children's choir, how much do you love me?
Not enough.
Well, if I get like a string, I could pull this bit out and then it'll explode.
You can do that outside.
This is why I didn't use it. I haven't used it out sort of in the field, so to speak, yet, because it
But
doesn't,
you're going to use it,
it doesn't
in a small
necessarily
enclosed
work.
space with electrical devices and.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Yeah, so that works.
Right, hang on. We'll just do it on the.
Fuck off.
Right, hang on. Ready? It's gonna
Hurt.
hang on.
My knees.
There's fucking white pellets everywhere now.
Yeah, it's fine. You guys aren't sleeping here tonight. It's not a problem. So yeah, that's my claymore.
Right, so that was
It's
mine.
quite impressive.
Skittles.
Yep.
But not actually Skittles.
No,
Specifically
that's
to
it.
explain the
No,
Skittles.
there's just Skittles.
No, explain.
You kind of need to say why, otherwise it's not going to work.
Okay. I have a system, should we say?
A system.
A system, yeah.
Not like a condition.
No. It's just a system that, you have to separate the colours into their individual sections, and there's a colour order, and then so you get the yellow ones and put them in their little group, and then the orange ones, and then the purple ones, and then you put the purple ones near the edge of the table because they're poison, and then you put the red ones and then the green ones, and then you make sure that they've all got an even number in. So you're allowed to eat the randoms that make them their even numbers, and then you have to eat the yellow ones because you can't eat the orange ones until the yellow ones are gone.
Why?
Because
Then the world.
the world will die if you don't.
All right.
So honestly, my wife isn't psychopathic.
And not at all. And then you can eat the orange ones once the yellow one's gone, and then you can.
Do you have the
Move
red?
on.
Do you have the red ones after the orange ones?
Yeah, because
Because
the
you
purple ones
get-
are
they're
poison.
getting-
You can't eat the purple one.
Yeah, but they're getting slowly sort of darker. So you've got the yellow, then you've got the orange, then you've got the red.
Slowly.
No, it's not like
Slowly
rainbow order.
getting
It's flavour.
faster.
It's best flavours. You save the green to
It's
last.
really
Because
hard
they're your
to stop.
favourites.
Yeah, you savour the green. They're beautiful.
The thing is, though, I would always. It's the opposite for me. I leave the green at
Yes,
the
but you're a
table.
twat and you don't count.
And
This is the way we do it.
yellow and green are
This
the
does sound
horrible
good.
ones for me.
Unless we're at Mike's house and then I get tortured.
Yeah, unless a little someone decides to slowly start doing that when we're all drunk. And then myself and
not-
Misty Yanukovych,
a
also
bad
known
man.
as... If we were a tag team, we'd be
bad
called the
man.
Agents of Chaos. Decide to just keep ruining it and throwing purples in there
No.
from a distance.
From a distance.
and watch her slowly break down and cry.
Literally.
Yeah.
In a puddle on the floor.
And now, and what's brilliant now is that what I managed to do in a drunken state was get all the messed up Skittles that are all out of sync and odd numbers, put a purple one right in the middle. Wasn't right in the middle, slightly off centre.
Which makes it worse.
I know. And then snap a little picture of that. So if she ever does go rogue, I just show her that. She'll throw up and everyone wins.
Bad weekend. I just want to go home.
Yeah, but I mean, you've ruined weekends for other members of the group, haven't you, really?
She certainly has.
Certainly fucking has.
Dave, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
What this weekend has proved is that you can take the kids away from the mum, but you can't take the mum away from the kids.
Just trying to be helpful.
We were at Frankie and Benny's enjoying a lovely breakfast.
Some of us were trying, at least.
I like beans. And let's Dave.
You've had it's too fresh.
when you've had a big nice juicy fry up.
Yeah.
You got the bean juice, bit of egg yolk, some of the grease from the sausage, ketchup in there, that you've unused, a dash of salt that's still kind of knocking about. It all makes this kind of lovely congealed. I'm going to call it ambrosia.
It's essentially almost the nectar of the breakfast god.
Yeah, exactly. There probably is a Greek god of breakfast.
It is probably liquid heart attack.
Who's the god of the harvest? Demeter, yeah. Demeter's own tears.
He's the Polish god.
Hello, I come do harvest. I'm going to do it for you. Demeter's own tears in a bowl, essentially. Of joy of the bountiful harvest that we'd all taken part in, and what David, we'd all ordered toast, and what David done is he's got a nice big bit of toast, and he's just saving that.
Up until this point, we were actually bonding over eggs, right up until that bit, and everything was just
and then you decided to ruin it. And Dave had his toast there, and Dave, quite visibly in front of the group, had finished the main crux of his breakfast and was just going for that delicious that cigarette after the sex that was the breakfast, and he picked up his bread, and as he picked up his toast
to do the whole
soppy yummy scrummy Demeter tears, someone won't name any names decided to slam 3 plates on top of his lovely juice.
My lovely ambrosia juice.
Yeah.
My lovely yolk.
And it broke you a bit. And I don't blame you.
It was just one of those things, where if you've ever been in like some sort of like car accident, or if you kind of like trip up a little bit, something goes
slow motion.
Slow-mo. Grab the bit of toast and add a big smile on my face, really kind of licking when it's ready for this. And then as I'm bringing this toast down, I just see in my peripheral these plates. You know the bit in Independence Day when the alien ship just visibly comes over the White House, just destroys it into bad things?
Yeah.
That was my life.
Yeah.
That was my breakfast life.
On top of that, there was just off camera, there's a children's choir singing. Behind them, a cor anglaise. Do you not like that bit in Godzilla then? In the original Godzilla? Where they're fucking singing to make him go to sleep, are they?
They're not all children, are they?
I can't remember.
But there's a lot of children.
There's a lot of children there.
Well, like, generally,
And they do that in the Mothra one as well, don't they? They fucking sing to turn that caterpillar into Mothra.
Like, School's Out.
Yeah.
When the kids are like, no, Mom! Can't do it.
What about the wall?
Can't do it.
Really?
Ooh.
Can't do it.
That's almost impressive.
I can't do it. I love that song.
The Floyd.
I do love. I love a bit of Pink.
Yeah, Floyd.
But as soon as anything, I don't know if it's like the pitch they're doing it at, or the fact that some of them are always a little bit flat.
Yeah.
It's just my brain just goes, this is not good.
Yeah.
Brain is melting.
My one is people clapping in audiences.
That's just
Now, I've legit, no, not clapping, like fucking well done, that was good, obviously, I
In
crave
what
that. Trying to clap in time with music.
Oh yeah, because you get this weird kind of.
Everyone's going to be in time, and then somebody's going to go.
Yeah,
Just randomly.
Yeah.
I get that.
Fucking...
It's because you're a drummer.
As a DJ, I've legitimately stopped the music.
Oh my God.
You've gone,
Suck.
right, we need to have a talk. I'm a drummer, and this is driving me fucking insane. If you're going to clap in time, or I'm just going to come down there and start slapping you in time with the music, especially you. And I will point people out, and they'll go, Darren, and yeah. One time, I restarted We Will Rock You twice because they couldn't do foot, clap, foot, clap. I'm like, what are you doing? Listen to the music. What the fuck are you doing?
Wayne, you ready? Foot clap, foot clap. What?
No, I like prog as much as the next man, but...
Thing is, I don't think that I can go out of time.
Yeah.
Because I've been music's been so ingrained in my head. I try and, take the piss, and it just ends up being some weird mathcore thing.
Yeah. I always end up doing a syncopated polyrhythm over one. I'm like, I'm out of time. I'm like, no, I'm not. This is sick. Yeah. Write this down.
Paradiddles all day.
This is completely reminding me of whenever we watch Friends and the kids decide to fucking clap along with the fucking theme tune.
Fucking life.
And it's just like, I did it right. It's like, you really didn't. Just stop. Please don't do it anymore.
Bearing in mind my kids are 9 and 11 and they should be able to fucking clap 4 times.
Yes. But no, apparently not. They do it like six times.
No,
right?
Vivian's
No.
even
6 times?
They'll
Yes,
clap
like,
too many times, or too little, or about 30 seconds before.
You just want it on a loop.
No.
Sit them alone in a room.
Or just cut their hands off.
You can eat. Yes, I know you're hungry. It's been 3 days.
Clap
You can eat
correctly.
your dinner and you clap in time. And so I was in the studio on Thursday for a band called Bellafron, who are kind of.
Is it like Bellerophon, or as in the Bellerophon on the Chimera?
Yes, that. And it's kind of like old school prog, but done today, but with no metallic edges. It's just like old school prog. I'll play you guys some stuff afterwards.
Yeah.
And I'm I might be being their new drummer. At the moment I'm helping them out. I don't want to say anything out of term. At the moment I'm helping them out. Whether I become a full-time member, we'll see. But being in a prog band is something I'm really fucking into, and I've tried to start about 17 times. Almost as much as I've tried to start a legitimate death metal band, and it always goes awry. I'm like, I really want to play fast drums, and they go, yeah, brilliant, and then leave or cry or fucking, whatever. So anywho, yes. I was playing this track, and I was like, I can't fucking get it, and I was absolutely convinced that this guy was out of time who'd recorded the track, and I know him, he's a good guy. I was like, he can't be. And it turned out that the guy, the producer was doing it with misread the track, and was putting and said the BPM was something completely different. And so in my head I was going, all right, it's this, and I was like, it's not this. It's slow. It's slower than this. I don't understand what's going on. That was the second worst recording session I've ever done. Not because of any it wasn't like, oh, I fucking hate everything, but it was just a lot of little things that made it to just be horrible. I was stupid fucking tired because my day job takes its toll on me. I'm ashamed to admit that. It's just the fucking truth at the moment. I've got a lot going on behind the old curtain here at Geek Pride New Grind Enterprises, the man cave. I was super fucking tired, and I was struggling to do the track. And it's normally I'm known for being a fucking track machine, and it took 10 goes to do the 6-minute song, but the whole process took about 4 hours because equipment was failing, and not mine was great, but equipment was failing, and it was just all a massive clusterfuck of nonsense. But anyway, this track, as soon as we put the click on the metronome, I was fucking in like that. So that's sort of what I'm saying is it sort of goes on to what Dave was saying. Like, you're so ingrained to just play to
doing
the
it.
thing, you just learn it. You just learn it. So the minute there's a click there, I'm like, okay, I'm locked in now.
That's one.
Yeah. Okay, right, fine.
One in the end of two.
Yeah. Good times. Anyway, right, we're now 2/3 of the way into the podcast, and you've not brought anything to the table. What do you want to talk about?
Wes Craven. There you go.
Wes Craven. That's sad.
I know it's sad, but also the whole reboot of Nightmare.
Yeah, I don't really understand why they have to do that.
No.
And the current rumours were that Robert Englund was going to reprise the role, so they're doing a reboot with the original character after cancelling his series, doing a reboot with Rorschach, going, oh, we went too far, and then going, no, we'll reboot it again. I don't understand it.
Yeah. Hollywood in general, fucking reboots are just pissing me off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're doing
Reboot Spider-Man and for the third time. It's like, fuck's sake,
Richie-
make your fucking mind up.
Richie made a fantastic point about Hollywood, and it's the weirdest fucking thing. Hollywood is the only industry where if you have a fantastic team that produce something incredible, they will go, that was really good, guys. Right, let's get complete randoms in to follow on from that success. This doesn't make any fucking sense. No sense at all. It's any other industry, music, fucking, any of it. If you've got a good construction team that build a fucking sweet house, you're not going to go, they were really good and they're really cost effective. Let's just bring in these randoms. Like, you just go, you go with people you trust, surely. But it's this weird kind of universe of nepotism and
It's trying to do something different and something new, and they just end up fucking it up.
but they don't let you do something different and something new. That's the thing, because if that was the case, Max Landis would be running Hollywood at the moment, because he's a fucking genius. he is. Like, I know he's got his issues, and I know he's had fallings out with people, but the boy can fucking write, and he's passionate. Like, if you've heard him on any podcast, I would draw attention to the Nerdist podcast that had him on, because they all thought that Chris Hardwick and Max Landis would have beef, and they just like totally sort of built bridges on this podcast, and Landis was really fucking cool, and had, like, in the space of an hour came up with like 4 or 5 different movie pitches that were brilliant. Like he had a pitch for the James Bond franchise. He just said, you have the current James Bond, and he's like sort of doing James Bondy type things, and then you go back to MI6 and the fucking place is like starts blowing up and shit, and you're like, what the fuck's happening? Only someone from the inside could do it. Then you get Sean Connery, Pierce Brosnan, and fucking the other guy,
the previous Bond.
Coming back.
Lazenby.
yes. Lazenby can play a fucking Timothy Dalton. Sorry,
Not Lazenby.
can play.
Fucking model.
Yeah. Timothy Dalton can play an excellent villain. That's basically what he did after Bond. He's like, I'm just going to play bad boys now.
He was good in Hot Fuzz.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He could do it.
They come back, and you find out that the 007 and the James Bond is just a code name. Instead of this weird thing where no one talks about the fact that he looks different. It's just a code name. Everyone's got a code name.
Yeah.
And this is how it is. And they're coming back to be like, nah, this is horseshit. MI6 is fucking the devil. We're going to destroy it, and we're going to take over because we know what we're doing. Because we've all been trained by the best. And it's fucking great. It'll never happen, but it sounds fucking great.
Good.
That's the problem. Like it totally could happen if Hollywood just went, fuck it, why not? But they don't. They just
They
go.
want to go in a different direction, but they're just sticking with the same old fucking formula, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just in general, like, reboots have become way too common to me. Like they used to do this a lot. Like, just because I watch a lot of like Japanese horror and stuff, that's something I'm slightly familiar with.
The Grudge and Ju-on.
Yeah. When people remake, say, like, if we think of something like Judge Dredd and Dredd, it was changed enough.
Yeah.
From the core storyline and based from the Stallone one.
Yeah.
Where you go, oh, that was really fucking cool.
Dredd was fucking great.
It was tonally different to the first one as well. The first
but it
was
had
too
the same
funny and
kind of lore and kind of ideas and stuff, which was great. But what they've done with things like, as you say, Ju-on or Dark Water, or even to the point, or even like Old Boy.
Yeah, The Ring.
Like, They essentially just went, all right, we like this, but we're just going to put Westerners in it.
Yeah.
And make it incredibly just so much worse.
What I really hope is that the Japanese laugh at our versions of their films in the same way we laugh at, like, Indian Spider-Man and things like that.
Why do we need to have an American version of Dark Water, which is essentially a carbon copy, but with worse actors, worse suspense music?
Because subtitles.
Because
yeah.
I just like... Yeah. I don't understand it. Why would you eat, a weird, like, you got... Imagine, like, Jaffa cakes.
Yeah.
And you get those crappy pound shop versions.
Yeah.
Cake of Jaffs or whatever.
Yeah. And the Jaffa cakes are less expensive.
And people go, no, Cake of Jaffs are made in America. We'll have them.
Yeah. But that's the But that's the thing. It's not. World cinema doesn't get a look in Western civilization because people don't want to read fucking subtitles.
But all the great ideas for like horror is like huge.
It's all coming from Japan at the moment.
Yeah. It's all coming from Japan and Spain.
Mm.
Spanish horror is scary as
Wreck,
shit.
man. Fucking Wreck. Yeah.
Awesome.
Terrifying. All of that.
Yeah.
And they had to fucking remake that into
Julia's
quality,
Eyes. Julia's Eyes was an
I've not seen that.
amazing film. With Guillermo del Toro.
Right. That's sad news about Mr. Del Toro. He said because of everything that's happened with Konami. Let's fucking have a word about Konami, actually, in the last 15 minutes. Fuck Konami.
I loved Konami as a kid, but fuck them.
Yeah, absolutely. Because of his experience with Konami, he said he's never going to work on a video game again. Which means if I ever see a Pacific Rim video game, I mean, I wouldn't have touched it anyway, but I'm definitely not fucking touching it. If he's not going to have a hand in it, so what's the fucking point? I don't quite know what the fuck Konami think they're doing by poisoning their relationship with one of the greatest creatives in the video game industry in the last 20 years, to the point where he's basically gone into seclusion because he's fucking depressed. During a time when fucking the president of Nintendo has just died, when really you could be ramping it up with all your fucking like freemium games, because at the moment Nintendo are kind of still reeling from the death of their like. And I know this sounds horrible, but I'm just using my business mind. If you want to be horrible businessmen, Konami, this is what you would have done, and you didn't. You just fucked off every relationship you had, made a horrible working environment for your employees, where every desk had a camera.
Really?
They're watching what you're doing. Your internet access was monitored. You weren't allowed on like Facebook or anything like that. They like patted you down as you went in and went out in case you were taking anything home with you. It's a fucking horrible situation for those Konami employees, and also the engineers, because they're not really working on games anymore. The people who are designing, being paid top tier AAA game designers, are being sent to go and work on the Plinko machines.
I know.
To go and work in the arcades.
Really?
Yeah. So that's the English equivalent of like a top designer going to work at fucking the 2p machines. And being like,
Plinko.
yeah. So I've created the entirety of Assassin's Creed backstory. Yep. Well, that prize won't come out of that machine. So if you can just give that jiggle, thanks. That's unfucking believable. And again, you fucked off Hideo Kojima and you pissed off Guillermo del Toro, which means he's a pretty powerful voice in a sort of alternative auteur in the alternative auteur community. So now loads of people won't fucking sign up to do games. And we were coming
Konami anyway.
Yeah, and we were coming into a really cool sort of age where the line between film and video games was kind of being blurred, and when you had the advent of like VR and 3D and things like that, it was going to be really, really interesting. We were going to start getting games where essentially you even call them a game, you're just experiencing a film. But you can change the destiny of said film, and it just would have been super fucking interesting. And you have stood in the way of that, Konami, for pointless profiteering. But it isn't though. It isn't pointless profiteering because you're fucking off. You're paying people the same wage you were paying them when they were designing games to work the fucking Plinko machines, but now they're not doing the thing that they're literally supposed to be being paid to do. So you're wasting money, wasting talent, and fuck you, Konami. Just fuck you.
Talking about like the technology advancement games. Is it called Addison Road?
Yes. Yeah.
That it was so interesting because the guy has literally done photogrammetry of his entire house, which thousands and thousands and thousands of photos.
Yeah.
You know, if we were to take a photogrammetry of this microphone, you'd have to do it. You have to take at least 30 photos to actually get the full 3D. And this guy's essentially almost done in the entirety of it by himself. Yeah. And it just looks crazy good.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen Addison Road, you can look at it. You can look at it either by typing Addison Road into Google, or you can check out the Noob Grind News Round with Sammy Fluff. He's a puppet. He's very funny. And they talk about it on there. So yeah, check those things out. Coolest of beans. We have 10 minutes left. Bring something to the table, someone. Smoo, what's going on in your little brain?
Not a lot.
Just a chimp on a unicycle, smoking a pipe.
What?
Yeah.
No, right, brilliant. Dave.
Did you? I read something which I like. Correct me if I'm wrong, but something along the lines of there's a computer that's been taught language, right? And it was asked a question about humankind.
Mike is hanging his head already.
And it's become almost sentient in a way, because its answer was they're going to put humans in people zoos.
Yeah, we're going to keep you nice and warm and keep you fed in a people zoo.
That scares the crap out of me.
Good, as it fucking well should do.
I think the advancement of robotics and stuff is getting It's getting too Terminator for me.
Not on.
Getting way too Terminator.
You seen the fucking Atlas?
No.
Right, Boston Dynamics, now owned by Google, released a new video a couple of weeks ago of Atlas. It's their new walking bot.
Oh yeah.
It's got a power tether attached to it, like fucking Neon Genesis.
Right.
And it's just out in a forest.
Yeah.
So all the terrain of a forest is just like but it's a fucking death ray. Fuck no.
That's crazy.
That's just crazy. No. I
was talking to a colleague at work, and he's saying that in somewhere in America, I can't remember where, and I apologise, but they've started to deploy essentially drones that have tasers. So they have 20 drones with tasers that they can dispatch. I was just like, okay.
Human controlled, I think.
Human controlled
at the moment,
but but you think of the advancement of what's going on. You could have GPS signal, tracking, all sorts of things. Little photo recognitions you get on your camera phones or whatever. You go, off you pop. 3 to 4 minutes, you've just been electrocuted by a robot.
Yeah.
A flying robot.
Yeah. No.
and then put in a people zoo.
Not on. And then put in the fucking people zoo.
Wake up.
Shaved and naked as the day you were born. Fuck. He didn't say all humans, did he? Fuck. Well, we've already got one that's got a beard. Off you pop. Where do I gotta go? To the pit. Oh. Not on.
Shaving pit.
Not fucking on. Do you guys want to plug anything? Have you got anything going on? This will be out in a couple of weeks, probably.
If you remember.
If I remember. Just fucking badger me for it.
I don't know.
You got business. Plug that shit.
I was going to say.
Yeah, Clockwork Dragonfly.
Hey.
Tell me more.
We make wonderful accessories and wall art and things from tiny little plastic beads that you iron together in really, really cool designs like Marvel and DC and all that kind of shit. It's really cool. It's really cool.
Rather groovy Deadpool artwork that I want to steal, and I keep getting told off every time I try and nick it.
You do postal orders.
Alright, the name again was?
Clockwork Dragonfly.
Cool, because Clockwork Dragonfly.
Hooray!
Oh yeah.
Good times. Well, it's been quite subdued. We should have done this when you first turned up.
We should have
When we
done
were
this
shit-faced.
before the fucking pancakes.
The pancakes have slowed me down. Dave's magic fingers. Right. So
Back to the thing.
I had a fucking crazy headache because of the storm that was coming. And I've had basically where we are is quite a low pressure
It's
area.
like pressure tension head.
Yeah. And
Dave had to suck his thumb first.
and put it in me. To the tune of Lionel Richie's Hello. No, he I've had a headache for like 3 days straight. One of those days it was a hangover, but the other days it was this fucking pressure headache. And during the week I had a migraine. It's just not been a very good head week, if I'm being completely honest. Quite frankly.
As in getting head or just your head?
Oh, fucking, what's that? I'm in a relationship. I lived with her for 3 years. What do you think happens? Netflix and chill is Netflix and chill. Oh, she's asleep. All right. Can I touch her cheek? She slapped me in the face. All right, never mind. Yeah. And Dave gave me a massage on my head.
Mid-cardian.
And yeah, and
Gave him a chub.
no one's ever been able to relax me like that before. It was incredible. I need to keep you around at all times.
He is available.
And I fell
for
asleep.
hire.
And I fell asleep in the car. And then I was having a conversation in my dream. And then someone scratched me or something. And then I woke up mid-conversation with that person. And then went, "Oh, the car stopped. Oh, I'm here. All right,
And we were all looking at him.
never mind." You're a figment of my imagination. It's a shame because we were writing a comic book together. It was quite a famous artist. I can't remember who he was or what he looked like, but I knew he was really famous.
Well, if you want, I can rub your temples again. You can get back to the conversation.
I need like a fucking like Brave New World where they all take the drugs to go on a holiday. Yeah, I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks.
I was thinking more flatliners.
Oh right, okay. Hello, God. Hello. I'm Morgan Freeman. Oh dear. It's not a podcast until I do a terrible impression, and it's been 56 minutes. Right, well, if you guys got nothing to talk about, I guess we'll fucking end it. The Street Fighter beta's out. It won't be out by the time this is done, but it's quite fun. I can't wait to play as Nash. He seems hella good.
He likes blondes.
I do like
He
blondes.
does like blondes.
Blonde men.
Blonde men. You're still waiting for Ken, though.
Oh yeah. He looks so dreamy because he's grown his hair out, and he's done that thing where you
blushing,
separate
Mike.
you separate your hair, and then you do only half of it up, and just like Aragorn.
Now he has got a chub.
It's a
The
rage.
table seems to
I've got a raging speed horn. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, and he looks dreamy. He just looks great.
Looking good. I'm looking forward to Rainbow Mika.
You're the only one.
Butt flying everywhere.
Yeah, literally.
Just happy
butts.
watching these dies.
All butts, all the time. Good times.
All butts and jiggle physics. That's
Indeed. Yeah.
No, but the worldwide beta was for 5 days, but they have confirmed that there's going to be at least 2 more
Oh, that's good.
world.
Where are you hearing this? Is it on the Capcom UK Twitter?
Capcom Fighters, Capcom Unity, Capcom UK. They do a lot of Twitter stuff if you want to keep yourself posted. But as soon as I hear things,
You normally text me.
I normally text people that I know, but I will be probably doing like a little notice on the Noob Grind site or something.
Yeah, you should do that, yeah. That'd be good. There was another thing. I've forgotten it now, so never mind. Oh, you viewers should be watching a TV show, 2 TV shows in fact, called Psychopaths and Rick and Morty, because they're fucking brilliant for completely different reasons. Psychopaths is like a dystopian future cop drama with really cool questions about like Minority Report meets Dread, basically. And I know certain listeners are going to get upset because I used things to compare it to, and apparently we shouldn't do that, but that's literally how our brains work and how we perceive the universe, so I don't really know what your problem is.
Yeah, so essentially what they do in this is there's a future where it's not kind of guilty until proven innocent or innocent until proven guilty. That you don't have to commit anything.
Yeah.
You are kind of scanned for your hue.
Yeah.
And if it's a clear hue, you're fine. But if it's clouded, you're a latent criminal.
Yeah.
And you don't necessarily have had to have committed any crimes, but you will be processed as a criminal for future. So,
but I mean, you're not like thrown away. You can be put through therapy and they can give you pills and stuff.
Yeah. But there are lots of little kind of Big Brother-esque things about it as well.
Yeah, and we're learning through. It's quite a regular cop drama trope to we join the story with someone new entering the force, so that instead of you having to ask the question as the viewer, this new cop is the voice of the viewer because they're asking all these questions, which I both like and dislike in equal measure. You know, I like being led, but also I like just figuring shit out. And I guess it's why I'm one of the few people that actually kind of likes the story of Destiny, because you just kind of got to work it out on your own without being sort of held hands and going, shit, I like this. Oh, this is good.
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't like to be spoon-fed things, but if you were to just go, here's the track we're going, but like little glimpses here and there, like when they go, oh, do you remember what happened 20 minutes ago? And you go, fuck. There's a jigsaw piece that's just falling into place in my brain.
Mm-hmm. That's good times. Cool. And Rick and Morty is... it's written by Dan Harmon, who's the guy who's wrote Community. If you don't like Community, stop listening to the show. I don't ever want to be your friend. Just press the mute button. I'm going to give you time to leave. Thank you. Rick and Morty is done by Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland, who I think he's the guy who does the main voice. No, he's not the guy who does the main voice. Anyway, the guy who voices Rick and Morty is the voice of Lemongrab from Adventure Time. He plays them both. It's basically about a mad scientist who's a bit of a sociopath, and his kind of own self-destructive nature gets explored in what originally seems, much like in the way Adventure Time did it, in what originally seems like a kind of some fun, risque adventures, kind of turns into questions about morality and who we are and why we're here and our significance in the planet and in the universe. And you start thinking about like alternate dimensions and things like that, and it's very cool. My final bit of advice... if you haven't done it...
Are they both on Netflix?
They are both on Netflix, yeah. Rick and Morty, I think, is on American Netflix, but you can just find it online. I mean, buy the DVDs, like a good person. Find it online. I don't think you can actually get DVDs in this country, so fuck it, you know. If it's available that I can pay money for it, fucking someone tell me, and I'll gladly pay money to watch it. But the problem is, a lot of the things that I want to watch aren't available in this country, so... fuck you, basically. Right, and finally, I'm going to leave you with a little nugget of gold that you can use in your daily life, and it's to do with eminent physicist Neil deGrasse Tyson. Cracker. Basically, myself and Dave were slightly inebriated a couple of weeks ago, and we ended up watching Neil deGrasse Tyson. Richie was there as well. Mm-hmm. And for some reason... I think we just kept talking about how much of a badass Neil deGrasse Tyson is, because if you don't fucking know, then you look it up. But he used to be a wrestler, like a pro wrestler in his town or whatever. He's built like a brick shit house. He's one of... Not only is he like the figurehead for astrophysics, he's also actually an eminent astrophysicist. He's not just like a fucking face for it. He studies and writes papers and does things. And basically, he's one of the closest things we've got to God. And but unfortunately, when we were quite inebriated, we decided it was really funny that every time Neil deGrasse Tyson ends a sentence where he drops some profound science upon us all, you end it with something that would be said in a blaxploitation movie. You can pick several of these words: cracker, honky, motherfucker, bitch,
jive turkey,
hoe, fool, and jive turkey. There is a series of his on Netflix. Check it out. Piss yourself laughing. I highly recommend it.
Learn something.
But also you learn shit. Yeah.
Science bit.
I always need to. I need to pause it quite regularly and go, hang on, right? So, Right, yeah, okay,
Pen
I
and paper
understand.
at the ready.
Yeah.
Pause button and pen and paper.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, I have to watch his stuff like several times over because it's just the wealth of information, and because the way that Netflix works, especially, is it's kind of like it's geared to make you binge, isn't it? Because it just goes, the next one's just going to come up. I'm going to sort that out for you, as opposed to
you're
like
still watching.
yeah, as opposed to when you're streaming it on other stuff or maybe doing it in nefarious means or even watching it on DVD. It's like episode's finished. What do you want to do now? And I'm going to digest that information.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like just a wall of consistent and constant, brilliant, groundbreaking stuff about the universe that you probably never thought about before. But you should check it out. I'd love to tell you what it is. But just fucking check out Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's ace. Cool.
Yes.
Everyone's got all the things they need to off their chest.
At the moment.
Let's get naked and jelly wrestle.
Woo!
I am the resident beard, Mike Orvis.
I am a kind of resident-ish, not quite beard, James Kimball.
Great sign off.
So,
I am frequently on microphones and stuff. Noob grind. Woo, Dave.
And I am the Smoo.
that'll do.
Nigel the Dream Horse says, live your dreams, keep it deep, keep it geek, and see you next week.
Keep it deep.
Keep it deep, baby, motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
Shut up, Dragon.
Quacker.